Hello everyone, welcome back to Canimando. Today I have another animation analysis. This time it's gonna be Inside Out, a movie that came out a long time ago, a few years ago. And I really liked it and I wanted to check out the trailer. And it has some nice facial animation, and so I decided today to analyze this trailer. So without further ado, let's start the analysis. Okay, the first thing I want you to notice is notice the details when they eating. Notice the mouth. See how everything is really fluid. Notice how the lips move. The nose moves. The glasses. Everything is connected. So it's not just randomly moving the jaw up and down. They involve everything. They exaggerate the lips moving forward so that we feel the squashiness on the mouth. Is really paying attention to details.
So, how was the first day of school?
This is great as well.
First day of school.
Notice how the point of attention goes to the screen right, but she moves to screen left.
First day of school.
And although there is nothing moving to screen right, the attention is moving screen right. The face is opening screen right. See how this eye is more open, this eyebrow is more raised, the line of action created on the face is like this. So you have the attention going to the right and she moving to the left, creating also that contrast between movements, right? Right, opposite movements.
First day of school.
It was fine, I guess. I don't know. Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure did.
Something's wrong.
We're gonna find out what's happening, but we'll need support. Signal the husband.
This is great.
Need support.
Notice how we need support.
We'll need support.
We need support. She starts to go to the gesture before anything, while looking at the screen or from the eyes of perspective eyes of the woman. Then the eyes start to close. Then she starts speaking. Well, she darts, she looks to the side, and then she starts speaking. So we have the hand gesture, the eyes, and then the voice. So it's not all happening at the same time. You have the overlap between gesture, eyes, and voice. So you see how everything is overlapped, not only in movements, but in actions. You see the eyes, sometimes the eyes lead the action, sometimes the gesture leads the action, sometimes the mouth, the voice leads the action. So everything you have to keep into account how to overlap everything.
Support. Signal the husband.
With a nice pass over Reeves, comes across center ice.
Uh-oh, she's looking at us. What did she say?
What?
Notice,
What did she say?
What?
What did she say? She's looking at us.
notice this subtle change. The facial expression stays quite similar, but see how they exaggerate it a little bit. The mouth, the lips press against each other a bit more, the eyebrows raise a bit more, the eyes open a bit more. So keeping the same facial, but exaggerating it, pushing it a little bit more to convey a message, right?
What did she
See?
What?
See?
What?
See, it's not doing much, but it's conveying like, so? Like, come on, like she's trying to get his attention, and he's just, by a subtle change in the facial expression and a subtle move in the head, we can already tell what she's saying.
What did she say?
What? Oh.
What did she What did she say?
What? Oh, sorry, sir. No one was listening.
Is it garbage night? We left the toilet seat up. What? What is it, woman? What?
Signal him again.
This is great as well. Notice the thought process, right? So he's staring at her like, what the fuck is going on? Then she darts down, couple of frames, few frames, and then then she gets the idea. But see how just with a simple dart, we can tell that the character is thinking. Same here, right? So see the dart to the side, the quick dart is already telling like, I don't know what's happening, trying to figure out looking around like he doesn't want to hold the eye. He has to break eye contact for a second because he doesn't know what to say. He doesn't understand what's happening. So we sell all that just with an eye dart. And see how everything moves a little, right? So the eyelids move, the eyelids adjust. See how this one raises a bit, this one goes down a bit and to the left. Everything adjusts a little bit. The eyebrows even move a little bit. So even though it's just the eyes moving, the surrounding things around the eye also slightly adjust to sell that the whole face is connected.
Ah, so, Riley, how was school?
You gotta be kidding me.
For this, we gave up that Brazilian helicopter pilot?
School was great, all right?
What was that? I thought you said we were gonna act casual.
Riley, is everything okay?
Sir, she just rolled her eyes at us.
All right, make a show of force. I don't want to have to put the foot down.
I really like this
Put
accent.
the foot down. Put the foot down.
The eye opening.
I don't want to have to put the foot
down. Little accent on the eyes, just opening and closing them a bit.
Put the foot down. Put the foot down.
No, not the foot.
Riley,
And see how
The
much
foot.
they excel foot. Look to the amount of exaggeration for just a simple.
Not the foot. Not the foot.
See how
Not the foot.
when you watch it doesn't feel like it was that much exaggerated, but because it just happens for a couple of frames, you can exaggerate much more the facial expressions and then settle back into a more normal one, less exaggerated. But having that couple of frames with an extreme exaggerated facial expression, it's gonna feel really well because the audience doesn't necessarily get what the audience sees is this, but that subtle moment where the facial expression gets really pushed, the audience feel it. So you get what you show to the audience and what you make them feel. For example, when you got really fast movements and you get the smear frames or the stretching of the arm to sell a nice path of action, all that extra tricks, the audience doesn't necessarily see them, but they feel them because they see a smooth transition. So there are tricks in animations that sometimes you want the audience to you want the audience to feel that, or you want the audience to see that. That's an important question.
Riley, I do not like this new attitude.
Oh, I'll show you attitude, old man.
No. Breathe.
What is your problem? Just leave me alone.
Sir, reporting high levels of sass.
Take it to DEFCON 2.
DEFCON 2.
I don't know where this disrespectful attitude came from.
You want a piece of this, Pops?
This disrespectful.
See, here is a nice
DEFCON
part.
2.
I don't know where this disrespect.
See, disrespectful. This is for the P. They squash the face quite a bit. Disrespect, and when they respect, see how the eyes open, the jaw pulls the cheeks down, and the cheeks down pull the eyelids down, so the eyes open a little bit more. So all is connected, right? So they go from squash to stretch. They connect the whole face. So everything is they involve everything, right?
High levels of sass.
Take it to DEFCON 2.
DEFCON 2.
I don't know where this disrespectful attitude came from.
You want a piece of this, Pops?
Yeah, well,
Prepare the.
Here again, right?
well,
See how before the stretch, what? Before the extreme, what? You got the squash. Ooh. See the cheeks inflating, the lips pushing against each other, the face squashing. Ooh. The build up, the shaking the head for the build up, and then what? And so
This, Pops?
yeah, well,
Prepare a piece of this, Pops?
yeah, well.
Piece of this.
same here, right? Squash, pops. So you see how before a strong facial expression, a stretch in the facial features, when you got extreme facial expressions, you normally want to create an opposite as an anticipation or to create contrast, right? Because if you have the extreme in the opposite direction, then that movement, that change in the facial expression is gonna be felt much more because you got much more contrast.
Yeah, well,
Prepare the foot.
Keys to safety position. Ready to launch on your command, sir.
See the nice settle
Sir.
here. See, really, see the overlap, see how the mouth starts a little bit, the eyes as well, everything starts with a very slow spacing, then the eyes and the eyebrows take the lead, then the mouth catches up for the squash, then the eyebrows and the eyes kind of settle into the pose, then the mouth settle and the nose and the cheeks settle into the pose. So you see how starts the mouth, continues fast with the eyebrows and eyelids, then the mouth continues, finishes. So everything is overlapped, right? It's not just going from one. It's not just going from one facial to the other, but everything is overlapped as well.
Ready to launch on your command, sir. Your command, sir.
Just shut up!
Fire! That's it. Go to your room. That's it. Go. Fire! That's it.
Same here as well, right? So eyebrows go down, he gets upset, we see the emotion, then he starts to talk. Well, that's it. And see how when the mouth closes, and then a couple of frames, few frames where the mouth settles. So instead of just closing and being the closed pose, the last one, we have a few frames of settling where the corners of the mouth get pushed together. So it's not going strictly pose to pose, but you got the overlap between first the mouth close, the lips close, and then the corners close. So it's not from one from one mouth shape to the other, but you got the overlap between the different parts of the mouth shape as well.
Go to your room.
The foot is down. The foot is down.
Good job, gentlemen. That could have been a disaster.
Well, that was a disaster.
Come, fly with me, Cachinha.
Chan chan. Last thing I wanted to point out, see how this movement, this exaggerated movement, notice how well it feels. It doesn't seem like it's abrupt motions or that there is a dirty animation, but feels really fluid. And this is because to make this kind of fast cartoony movements, you need to make sure that see how the arm drags, see the tip of the finger, see how everything drags a lot, then see how they stretch the hand, boom. So everything flows on a really smooth path of action. They make sure that everything feels connected, that we don't lose the hand. We create fast motions, but by leaving the hand there, the audience has enough time to follow the movement. Then same here, right? The drag in the hand, creating that visual arc. Again, see all that, see how the hand stretches and drags and creates that visual arc that allows for really fast movements. See the squash in the face here, stretch, then squash, then stretch. So everything feels really nice. And then they settle with the final pose, and then they settle with the wrist, the hand, the fingers settle last. So you see how he gets into a pose, and then the fingers finish the movement with a slight head rotation. So see how they overlap everything. They take really a lot of care about the arcs, the line of action. Look at this beautiful line of action. So to create great animations, you have to always keep in mind all the principles, right? So, okay, hope you liked it. Hope you learned a few things, as well as I always do with this analysis. So if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments, leave it in the Discord server. And if you want to get professional help with your animations, there is always my Patreon, where you can reach out to me for help, and I will give you feedback in your animations. So without anything more to say, this is the end of this analysis, and until the next animation analysis.